which means you still have time. Who's read the Sherlock Holmes books? I think I've read 2 of them. I think somebody just got... Oh no.
Holmes!
Alright.
Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad.
And we did the
Stop,
thing.
Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded? You...
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then.
Yes, indeed. You know, I believe all of the Sherlock Holmes books are written from the perspective of Dr. Watson, if I do recall.
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
So if I hit this button, I go into first person mode, third person mode, first person, third person, first person, third person. Oh yeah. Oh, I can look at my current case. Investigate the murder, inspect the crime scene, select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe, and join Lestrade. Okay. Where's my personal wardrobe? I can change my appearance. No, I can. Oh, I can change my hair. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm a nerd. Look, I'm a nerd. Look at that. Look at how nerdy I look. What's this? What's the lock button? I don't know. I can give myself a stash. Oh, look at that stash. Oh, man. Maybe this game will give me the ability to make infinite donuts. I don't know. Oh, I can't use them. Locked means they're locked. I can't actually use them. Okay. Got it. I'm gonna go with green. Green. I think green suits me.
My archive. This is where I keep my post. This is where I keep my post. This.
Alright. I'm not gonna go to his room.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Hey, we're traveling. We be traveling. It's not open world.
Mr. Holmes,
Yay!
I'm over here. Come on.
It's not open world. I highly approve of that.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Footprints are quite large. Hey, look at those pumpkins.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Mr. Holmes?
Yo, what up, dude?
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Mr. Holmes?
Hey, you said the same thing that the other guy said, in the same voice.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
You own two of them?
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Okay.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
What am I doing? This is not what I was expecting. Oh, okay.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Choose the evidence that confirms the statement of character in order to continue the investigation.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
I'm smart.
Thank you, madam.
I'm super smart. Like, whew. Man, I'm smart. That's a lot of assumptions. At least Sherlock Holmes uses his powers of smartness for good and not evil, right?
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Lestrade is being... I feel like Lestrade is being awfully nice to me.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
I mean, yeah, it does kind of look like that. Neat. Door. Door lock. Yeah, scratches.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
He didn't have a foot. He didn't have a foot. Oh, it opens outward. Probably would have been difficult to... Oh, man. That guy's pretty dead.
Terrible way to die.
That guy is pretty dead.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Shelf. Suspiciously empty space. Outline in dust. Oh.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Indeed.
Dundee.
Dundee to you too.
Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
Whaling. Has anybody seen a whale?
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Object of interest. Okay.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8. Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
I got some boots. I got some boots. No, I want to look at this. Oh well, whatever.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed. JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
That's suspicious.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter
Whales
Carey.
did it? Probably.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Well, they're not credit card numbers.
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Indeed.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
What's B mean? What does B do? I can do that. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in tip will be repeated. Not a bad idea. I was thinking
Someone was here yesterday.
they were trying to get the
They attempted
notebook.
to force the door to gain
I
entry.
think.
Someone drank from this glass recently. The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work. This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Okay. Oh. Okay. This is, this is a thing that we're doing. For sure. I don't see how this is like, oh man. I mean, that looks good. Oh, we can move it. Oh, I didn't notice that. We can move it. Move this. Put it at the end. Alright. Good enough.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
It's just using our thinking skills, I
A
guess.
sailor's drink. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Looks like he was enjoying a drink with a friend. Hey, we got a complete thing. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Organize an ambush. Alright, well, it says we're done, so let's go out. Talk to him.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky,
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Alright, now what? Run. Who do you think did it? A sailor, probably. So what do we do now?
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
Well, let's see. Is that what I'm doing now?
These boots don't match the footprints.
Okay. That's good to know. What about here?
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Okay. I just had to go behind, look in the window. Alright. This game isn't bad. I'm enjoying myself.
Shh! Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there!
Oh no, I can't see. Okay.
Mr. Holmes, come and see what we've caught in our net.
Oh, I was supposed to
All
go
right,
in.
my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
He's pretty convinced he didn't do it. You know? I'm just looking at the people in here. Where do I go?
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes?
What does this say? Interrogation room. Alright.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Yeah.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
A shabby cap. A patch. Oh, it blurs out the stuff that... Expensive fabric. Calluses. Scars. Elaborate buttons. What else have we got? We got two other things. A thin neck. His neck is thin. Okay, if you say so. Not sure what else there is to notice. I guess short sleeves. Those sleeves aren't... Okay, yeah, that's true.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
What's B do? Oh, I can... Just keep doing stuff. Experiment required. Whoops.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
How do I get clues again? Wait, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. What else am I supposed to do? Interrogate suspect. I already did. Investigate the murder. Examine the belongings in the evidence room. Okay, so I need to go to the evidence room now. I don't know where that is. I guess we'll find it. There's in Lestrade's office. Oh, he's not there. What's this? Morgue. No, we don't want to go there. Staff room. Now this is probably the evidence room. There we go. Here they are.
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
ASM, TY, BRS, OMTI, TK, and then like numbers after each one. Weird. Oh, there is something written on it.
From R. Dawson and partner, 1883. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer. These abbreviations. A handkerchief with the initials JHN. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
It looks like in pretty bad shape too. Alright. What's in that jar? Back to my house. Need to get a harpoon. Need to get myself a harpoon. PC. Was that the guy who was murdered? Is that his initials?
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
It's a dog.
Brave Toby.
It's
the
Toby.
best nose in the British Empire.
I'm in Watson's room. That's not where I meant to be. Okay, where am I going?
I need to take a harpoon with me.
I think I'm gonna grab a harpoon here. You know... Wait, where am I? Oh. Did he get his body now? Yeah, his body's gone. Okay, take one of these harpoons.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
Alright. Whoops. It's a long way to the butcher. Alright.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Thanks. You're a freaking genius, dude.
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
I see. Better, better, better. I'm getting better. I can also skip this, which I think is interesting. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Not bad, not bad. That wasn't good. Aiming is hard. Oh, there we go. Bam.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
You mean one? It was one. It was one carcass. Now what do I do? Let's check my notebook. Investigate the murder. What is his role? Okay. Well, now we're kind of like at an impasse. What do we do now? We don't have a designated goal. I'm seeing a lot of the, I'm seeing various things from the sinking city in this game, though.
Locked. The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Okay.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
'Cause I'm smart.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
You actually did do something wrong. I would like to say, even if you didn't murder that guy, you did do something wrong. So, regardless, you did something wrong.
Locked.
But I don't know what to do now. Like, we have to find...
These are the suspect's belongings.
Yeah.
These abbreviations...
Hey, Brave Star. How's it going? We're being smart. So smart. I'm not sure what to do now. I think I need to go back here. Maybe do some more investigating. What if I hit F1? Draw a clear prep by forming your deductions for the common. Write down the guilty party. Okay. That's what help does. Is there more evidence here that I missed? Let's find out. We have the boots. Got that. There's a missing box. Missing box there. I do not have a gun. I mean, yes, I have a gun, but I don't think I have it with me. Well, maybe we can ask her more about the box. It's possible. Maybe she knows what's there. What was there?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Ah.
Thank you, madam.
Well, now we know what was taken. Those papers. Alright. Because we were shooting it at the beginning of the game. So clearly we do have a gun. Let's see if I can go into her house. Nope. This is like the vision we got in the Sinking City. So this bears a lot of resemblance to the Sinking City in a lot of its design. Let's go back here. I feel like we have more clues now. None of these go with anything that we've got. Alright, well, we need to find more evidence. I like the lack of open world way more.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect. Good gracious, you caught someone. At least...
Okay.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Oh yeah, we wanted to search for things. A heavy gold ring. I forgot we were talking about our collection. We're looking for an R. Dawson.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not. That is.
Why not dynamite?
That is not the one I need. That is not.
Well, what do I need then?
That.
Oh wait, I just realized I just realized we could move between our newspapers. Okay.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
There we go. Here we go. Dawson and Nilligan Investment Fund bankrupt. The Dawson and Nilligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, was declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It is the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of the company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nilligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by the police and his creditors.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
All right, we got some documents. In the 1%, in the 7% solution, which is public fan fiction, he does a lot of cocaine. I think he does. Oops, I went to the wrong place. I think he does. I think that's like. I have another clue, don't I? No, I do not. It retconned a lot of the original books as being fiction written by Watson. Interesting.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Examine the ship's logs. Where would we find those? Are those in our archive? Those also be in our archives? I don't know. Unless they're in his cabin, but that doesn't make sense either. Oh, it is here. Never mind.
1883. That's the one I need. This
Okay.
is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
Why would... Okay.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Well, I know where I saw it recently. I think it was the
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually having to deduce things myself. This game isn't just like giving me like everything. It's not throwing everything at me.